It's Jim Check with Kelowna Now. I'm here with Lyndon Dyas, and we're with the TD Benefits Show, brought to you by TD Benefits. And
Great to be back.
Lyndon, we're going to talk about the Chamber Benefits. That's a program you guys run.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a big part of what we do, and I feel it's worth focusing on today. So essentially, our office, TD Benefits, has been the exclusive advisor of the Chamber of Commerce Employee Benefit Program in this community for over 25 years. So obviously flagged as the Chamber Plan. I mean, one of the main components of this is businesses must be Chamber members in order to tap into that program, right? But we find most commonly, being a Chamber member, one of the main elements that draws them to that is the benefit program, right? And all the different things that we can discuss today. So, I mean, a little bit of history on that plan itself. I mean, the Chamber Benefit Plan, the insurance company behind it is actually called Johnston Group, and they run out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So Johnston Group is actually the insurance company that facilitates the Chamber of Commerce benefit program. So they're the ones adjudicating claims, offering all the insured benefits and so on and so forth. But all the chambers of commerce and boards of trades throughout Canada are essentially offering this plan to businesses, and that's why it's flagged as Canada's #1 plan because of the sheer volume of individuals that participate, which is around actually 35,000 businesses throughout Canada that use this platform.
Are you guys the exclusive provider here in the Okanagan?
Yeah, that's correct. So essentially, if you look at it, we work with about 5 or 6 chambers. So from Peachland to Lumby and all those, cities and towns in between Kelowna, West Kelowna, Vernon, and so on and so forth. So we would facilitate the chamber plan for those businesses.
Yeah, and you're getting the benefit of pooled, kind of like a larger group, and you kind of get the economies of that scale, I guess.
Exactly.
By joining like a plan that has more people involved in it than your own individual plan.
Yeah, when you're looking at the benefit plan itself, like the makeup of it, it's flagged as the simple, smart program that's obviously offered to staff and benefits and businesses. The reason being smart because of the different plan designs that are available to businesses. Simple because of the My Benefit platform. That's the app where staff are using it. So, it's really an industry leader in its plan usability, just with how easy it is for staff to log in, use a benefit card, review plan details, all these elements that are very, very simple for them to do.
Cuts back on the phone calls with HR and with you guys.
Exactly. I mean, that's the last thing you want. We always want clients to reach out to our office to streamline and help those things. But I mean, the Chamber's plan itself, head office, is also an industry leader in customer service too, right? And we get a lot of feedback with that. I mean, individuals are able to get in touch quite soon and, ultimately streamline any issues that they do have with plans. And you always want to avoid these things, but when they do come up, it is definitely, an industry leader.
And Kelowna is unique in that it has the largest chamber in BC, isn't it? The Chamber of Commerce, the largest in BC?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely one of them with the businesses that participate. So, it's a great program and we definitely enjoy facilitating it. It's something that we've done in the community for over 25 years as well. And when you look at the added benefits that the chamber plan provides, it's things such as this that really helps draw businesses in. And the stable premiums is one thing that of course is extremely important. And when I say pooled, essentially just to simplify that, think of premiums of businesses of similar size paying their monthly premiums into one gigantic pool. Okay. Yeah. And then claims are paid out of that pool, right? So essentially no business is singled out for high claims usage. So when you're talking about premium renewals are in that 4 or 5%, average annual for years and years over and over again, you're not singled out and you're not looking to shop constantly because you get that stability. So that's what the stability part of it's so important. Ultimately when we're looking at that.
And even so, if I think about it, you have these bigger unionized plans that tend to have an older workforce, like in manufacturing that, whereas the chamber has a mix of businesses, right? You have a lot of young businesses and then maybe some of the older businesses as well, spreading out some of that risk, I take.
Yeah, spreading the risk is the big part about it, right? You're not solely looking at your claims experience every time we have these renewals. You don't have a claims experience essentially when you're a fully pooled plan because you're sharing that risk with these other businesses. So essentially, yes, it is, hey, we're looking at 3 or 4 or 5% renewal this year. We don't have claims experience to renew because essentially we're sharing that risk with other businesses your size, right? Other things that are drawing these businesses in are things like, telemedicine, which is an online platform where businesses and plan users are able to meet with physicians online now. So things, you're usually going to.
I've tried that actually.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. It's there, right? It's all built around convenience now. So rather than going to a walk-in clinic for basic things that we have in the past, it's trying to eliminate that step to get people to use these physicians that are, all over Canada that are available within an hour to book an appointment, right? There's things like pocket pills where it's an online pharmacy. where you can receive additional coverage on prescription drugs, and it's doing front door delivery. You know, employee assistance programs, things geared towards mental health, additional 12 hours per year for, you know, depression, anxieties, dependency concerns, work-related issues, home-related issues, these extremely important things that, you know, staff should be aware about. That's included in their benefit plan at essentially no additional cost, right? It's these features to the plan that are, you know, industry leading and extremely important that, you know, these businesses and employees know about so that they can use them.
Yeah, and we talked about it in an earlier show about how important benefits are to employers and employees. It's like kind of like a strong perk or thing that keeps them engaged with your company, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want to retain that talent. I mean, you want to reward your employees. You want to let them know they're appreciated. So these programs, like we've said, you know, a few times now, is a great instrument to do that. So essentially, you know, it's just taking it to the very basics, you know, meeting with these businesses, going through what's important to them, learning a little bit more about their staff, and, you know, drawing up a plan that works best for them. So essentially, you know, the options are there, and it's just great to have these discussions and put them in place.
How much flexibility in a chamber plan?
Oh, there's a ton of flexibility. I mean, just when you're looking at actual plan design and, you know, what we can put in place for coverage, I mean, you're usually just looking at an A and a B option, maybe one that's a little bit more basic, introductory, maybe one that offers enhanced coverages, right? It's very common that we put in like a fairly basic extended health and dental plan, offering that basic life insurance, but then, you know, businesses also want to include a health spending account or a lifestyle.
So you have that option inside those chamber plans as well.
Exactly. And the reason they gain so much popularity is because the complete flexibility with a health spending account. So if you want to offer your staff $500 or $750 or $1,000 a year, that they essentially have as a slush fund that they can use towards.
Or even if you're a business owner and you have a different class, you could put your whole dental program through there, I guess, right? If you needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
like $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 worth of dental work.
Totally. And then there's tax advantages for the corporation behind that, right? Because what's run through the health spending account or lifestyle spending account is essentially a tax write-off for the corporations. But the employees are receiving the benefit of getting these claims reimbursed, right? So it's rewarding your staff, and also, you know, from the corporate side, seeing the tax advantages that can be built into these plans as well.
And you get a better smile.
Yeah. You get your teeth scrubbed.
You go.
You get to go get your cleanings every 6 months and do these different things. And it's funny because when you meet with these people, sometimes it's something that they're actually excited about. You know, they don't have the dental plan, and they haven't gone to the dental office for 2 years.
Yeah, I know. So lots of times when we're talking to employees that they, without a dental plan, they haven't seen a dentist in 5-6 years.
Totally. It's, you know, BC.
They just don't. They don't budget for that money because they think, oh, it's too expensive. I just go without, right?
It's the truth. And the dental guide doesn't go down every year, right? It does increase. So the BC dental guide for certain. So, I mean, knowing that these plans are in place to cover those direct costs, it's huge. Direct billing is massive as well. You're not paying full price at the counter. It's directly billed to the insurance company, which is huge. So, yeah, these things are important.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better when you used to have to submit claims and you had to get them all together, and
the archaic days.
And you would photocopy things and do all that stuff, right?
Those are questions you're always asking, right? Like, are you still doing these things? I mean, for what I find, most carriers you're not. But if there are, you know, businesses where you're having these conversations, and they are, I mean, you know, what can we do to fix this for you, right? We shouldn't be paying up front anymore. This is not something that we should be doing.
So if people want to find out more about a chamber plan, obviously we're going to put that form in with the article and the YouTube video, and then you just fill out that form. And Lyndon, this smiling guy right here, will get a hold of you.
Yeah, most importantly, it'd be awesome, right? Especially if you have a plan where you've been at the receiving end of, you know, higher premium renewals, and you're looking to just find that stability, or look at different plans that have easy to use platforms. We're here just to provide that information. And
customization and technology, obviously, is some of the bigger draws, right? And especially less work for your HR department as well.
Exactly.
Having to process and deal with
payroll,
questions.
HR, streamline it all to just work under one blanket, very neat and tidy. So these things are important. We're here to help with that.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting in that, because small businesses can kind of take advantage of almost like being a large business, right? They're part of a chamber plan.
Exactly. Just gets that stability side of it, eliminates the need for high renewals. I mean, of course, we don't like increases in any facet of business, like I've touched on in the past, but, you know, to eliminate that and just have the peace of mind with it, it's definitely why the program's so popular. And you see that 35,000 businesses using it throughout the country. So,
wow, that's a lot. And Kelowna has, again, the largest chamber group in British Columbia, which is amazing in itself, though, right? Because Vancouver, you would think, be larger. But.
Yeah, it just shows that the business is connected, right? I mean, there's a good following in the chamber community, which is awesome. And I mean, obviously, it's great that we can, you know, inform these businesses the plan as well, and let them know what's available to them. Is, you know, an included benefits. So yeah,
and the information can't hurt. So reach out, get a free quote. No
Yeah.
obligation. He won't be banging on your door every day. Right?
Not every day, every other day.
Anything else you want to cover off on the chamber plan today?
No, I think that's pretty good, Jim. I mean, ultimately just letting, getting it out there, spreading awareness on why it's such a popular, program for small businesses, throughout the country. And we're here to assist on it with any further information anybody might want. So that's perfect.
Now we're done with that. We should talk about the most important thing going on, the Oilers.
Oh, yeah, the Oilers.
Game 6.
Fighting off elimination.
In Edmonton, right? That's going to be a wild game, right?
Yeah, good for them for bringing it back. It's exciting. Yeah, when it was 3-0, I thought it's done. Stick a stake in them, whatever. But
I stuck a pin in the hat and it stuck to my head.
Seeing that they did come back, could be the greatest comeback in sports history.
You played a lot of hockey when you're younger, so I mean, you only have to win your shift, right? Just keep going out there and win a shift,
one
right?
shift at a time, one period at a time. Just slowly take it.
If you look at that 3-0 mountain, it's tough, right? But you just go out there and win a shift, right?
McDavid is determined, and I think even just last game, what do you have? 2 goals, 2 assists. So
yeah, I mean, those are the times when good players show up. Like, I mean, Gretzky did it with the Oilers in the past, right?
If it goes 2 more games, he might set the all-time playoff.
You just put that team on your back and carry him through the.
Yeah, he's only got 3 games left, or 2, sorry, so it won't get too much sore, right?
Yeah, so a big game, and I think Prospera is going to have something going on. I think watch for that. They might have a viewing thing. You were saying
packed with Oilers fans.
Everybody's an Oilers fan now. Maybe that's something that brings Canadians back together.
Yeah, it's nice. Playoff times in Canada when the team's in it.
What's the last cup? 93.
Yeah,
for the Montreal Canadiens.
There's been a lot of heartbreaks in between that.
Big drought. Like if you go past 93, there's a lot of Canadian teams, but
yeah,
it's been a bit of a drought.
It has been for sure. So let's see them do it. Let's get that game back to Florida and let's do it.
And then the next show we're going to talk about. Do we have an idea yet, or we're going to make a surprise?
We might make it a surprise. Keep benefits exciting, like we've been saying. So let's keep these individuals on their.
And if you have questions, you can also send those questions in, and we'll answer some of those questions
anytime. Yeah, happy to answer these questions at any time.
Awesome. Again, thank you, Lyndon.
Thanks, Jen.
And we'll see you next time. And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.